All righty, let's see. I am going live in my Facebook group. Are you live in yours yet?
It's loading.
All right, I am live in, or it's still loading, I believe. Yep, now I'm live in JBF Sugarland Consigners group. And let me know when you're live in your group.
Let's see, it's loading.
I feel like we should have that Jeopardy music. Do 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 do.
I think it's on.
Yay!
All right.
All
Yep.
right. All right. Well, welcome back to another tagging live with JBF Sugarland and JBF Spring Hill. JBF Sugarland is located in Sugarland, Texas, Rosenberg, Texas. Bless you. I think
Thank
that's
you.
what sneeze or cough. And Ruthie, tell us about JBF Spring Hill.
Yes, I am Ruthie with JBS Spring Hill Franklin in Tennessee. And I'm ready for our tagging with friends tonight. We'll be talking about shoes and accessories.
Shoes and accessories. All right. Well, before we get started, and give people a chance to hop on once you are on. If you'll just drop us, a hi or something, so we'll know that you're there. So while we're waiting for people to come on, Ruthie, what's been going on with you?
Let's see. So I just been catching up on everything JBF.
Yes.
Let's see. Just catching up on everything. In our area for the past few days, everyone's been talking about this zebra that's on the loose. It's actually a county over from us. So about 30, 40 minutes away. So that's the hot topic in
Are you serious?
someone's pet. It was a pet zebra. And it's like on the loose somewhere. So hopefully it doesn't make its way to Murray County, but who knows?
Oh my goodness. What would you do if you saw this zebra crossing the
Yeah, I would
street?
take off running. But a zebra is actually my favorite animal because I just love zebras. It's my favorite animal until a couple of years ago I read an article that they're actually crazy. So
really?
like, they will like attack. So yeah, I'll take off running.
Well, true story. One day we were leaving Houston, headed to Dallas, and we were on I-45, and there was a horse loose running on the feeder road.
Yes. Wow.
So I don't know what I would do if I saw a zebra.
Yeah.
At
I'm
least
gonna freeze and then take off running.
Yes. All right. So all right. So we gave people a little time to come in. We can go ahead and get started. Shoes. Oh my goodness. Shoes is the thing that we actually have to say no thank you to the most. And so I'm really hoping that with doing this tagging live, we'll have a better acceptance rate. That people will bring the things that we are, that we don't have to say no thank you to.
Right.
Yeah. So just, some reminders, like with shoes, you want to make sure they're clean. They're free of holes, free of
looking too worn.
Yeah, looking too worn. Yeah, check the soles of the shoes to make sure. Let me grab some. Check the soles, make sure that this part is not too worn. Make sure that you clean the bottom of the shoe, because nobody wants to get a shoe that's full of mud. You don't know what it is. Is it mud? Is it something else?
Right.
So clean the bottom of the shoe. So you can use a toothpick or a safety pin and kind of pick that out. A lot of the shoes can be thrown in the washer. But you want to make sure that your shoes are clean, like Ruthie said, not too worn. You want to check those toes. I know I just had a pair of shoes. I was supposed to bring them in here. I'm not sure if I did. Um, that we were going to tag and realized right here on the toe it was a little too worn. And so yeah, you want to make sure you look for those things. Make sure your shoelaces, are decent. These are like all frayed, and this is not. This is something that we would, probably say no thank you to, with it looking like that.
Yeah, I run an
And
example too of this is a croc, and it just looks too worn because I was actually going to try to clean it because my favorite to use is the magic eraser. Like I wet it and then we'll try to get all the dirt and marks off. Yeah,
Mhm.
I keep mine in my little tagging kit. So I'll spray it with like water, but it just didn't work out. So nothing really came off, and it just looks too worn. So this will probably be a no thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I am like, I know people love the magic eraser, but I don't know. I need like a magic erasers for dummies or something. This thing works for me at all. But I know people like swear by it, but
Uh-huh.
it does not work for me at all.
Yeah, I
But
don't know how you're supposed to, but whatever I'm using it on, I like wet it first, like a little, not like
Mhm.
a sponge and soak it, but I wet it and it works like that. So I
Just
was like, I don't
dampen
know
it.
if that's correct, but I could never get it to work either. Just like this out of the box, that didn't work for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
I
you want
wet it
to
a little
dampen
bit,
it.
and then it'll do something.
I don't know. It does not work for me. Even dampen it. But yeah, a magic eraser. I've also heard that like using a makeup wipe
Hmm.
um will help to, clean off you if you have like a leather shoe, will help to
Hmm.
clean off that leather shoe, whatever things that is in the makeup wipe to take off the makeup and break it down will
Yeah.
help to take those stains and just clean it off. So that's another thing to use to clean it. And I know people like to use like vinegar,
Hmm.
peroxide, baking soda, Dawn. I always see whenever I'm looking up stuff on cleaning, it's always
Hmm.
Dawn and white vinegar and
Hmm.
baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, all of
Yeah.
those things to
Yeah,
try to
at
clean.
my house we have a dedicated toothbrush for cleaning your shoes, so we keep that in the laundry room. So that always works too. Like I'll spray
Yes,
it with some spray, whatever the spray,
spray the
stain
shower
spray,
first.
and
Hmm.
then use a toothbrush and like brush it, and then throw it in the wash if I need to afterwards, and that helps
Hmm.
get the dirt off too. But
Yeah.
sometimes just the toothbrush is fine and let it dry, and it's good.
Yeah, we use a toothbrush too a lot of time and just try to scrub stuff down. So okay, I have tagged like basically all of the shoes I'm going to tag.
Okay.
Um, so I have them to show. Um, I don't know if you want to get started first or you want me to start first.
Yeah, you can start. I actually haven't tagged any shoes, but I do have an example of how to, because some shoes I used to, like struggle with like how to keep them together if they don't have something obvious that
Hmm.
you can like loop and zip tie or a tagging use a tagging gun with. So I just brought a pair for to show just different examples. So you can start with the ones that you have already tagged.
Okay, and that's similar to what I have here. I'm trying to
Okay.
my little pile back here that I'm trying like uh, for it not to all just come, crashing down.
Yeah, you see my pile back here. And
I
I have
see.
it's like organized chaos though. And then I have the sizes. I slap them on the wall, stick them on the wall so I can like look at the size.
I see your little
Yeah.
I see your notes back there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so those are my sizes. So I'll just work through a size. Like it'll probably take like half a day to get through one and then
Hmm.
go to the next. So I just look at the size and then throw it in the in the pile. And then I go back through it, enter it in the computer. Like it's a system. It looks chaotic. I guess it is chaotic, but yeah.
It's your system. You
Yeah, it's
understand
my
organized chaos.
system.
I hear you. Well, first I have I'm gonna tag these beautiful high heel red
Fancy.
shoes. Actually, I'm not. So I brought these to show that these are women's shoes. I mean, they might be good for prom, but for the most part, these are women's shoes, and we don't accept that at JBF Sugarland. So if you have shoes that are, 6 inches, 8 inches, keep them at home. JBF Sugarland, that would be a no thank you for us. Um, because our shoes go up to teen, but it needs to be a teen style, like a teen style that they would wear,
Like
daily.
an everyday.
Yeah, everyday shoe. Um, but no, 6 inch, 8 inch heels. All right, so getting started. I have these little snow boots. And so these were some, like you were talking about, like it was kind of hard to figure out where to tag them or how to tag them. So we use some yarn. You can use yarn, and I probably would make it a little bit shorter, but yarn or zip ties, curling ribbon, to go through the loop on it, on the zip part. And then we were able to actually put the tag through the fur. Um, but you could also put the tag through here. Hold this up a little bit more so you can see it. And so also just on the description of the tag, on the tag, these tags oftentimes will get pulled off or torn off of whatever it is, shoes, clothing, whatever. So make sure you always have a really good description. So on this one, I have the name brand. It has pink and white soles, pink and gray sides, and pink and white snowflakes with deer. So that way, if this tag, is on the loose,
You can match it back, and there's another chance for a sale.
Yeah. So always make sure you get a good description on your tags. So don't just say pink and white shoes.
Yeah.
Give a little bit more description if it's something else to describe it.
Yeah, because then that would have to go to the missing tag area, and then that's a chance that you can get to sell your item. So you want to make sure it's on a good description on the tag.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because then if somebody finds the shoes on the sales floor and it doesn't have a tag, they want to buy them. We can't, look it up to figure out, who they belong to. Then we have a upset shopper, and then you're upset because you lost out on that sale. So make sure you give really good descriptions. All right, you want to give one?
Yeah, these are sandals. Now the sandals can be a little tricky because like these, they don't have the opening, so these will be fine. But some will be like the strappy sandals where there's nothing to really clip it to.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have, I know like the smaller sizes especially, they'll have like this little, I don't know what this is. It's like a little hook loop. And you can always put the zip tie through here and do it like that. And then what I do when I'm using zip ties, I'll go ahead and use a hole puncher and then just punch a hole in the tag so that as soon as I loop this like this, then I can just put the tag on it before I close the zip tie. And that'll save like a little time instead of, going through, putting the tag on there somewhere and then going back through and zip tie. It can just all go in one go. But anyway, you can get it on there is fine. So even if you need to do it at the toe, since this doesn't have an opening, I can easily do it.
Turn it around this way. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Like that as well. So anyway, you can get it on there, do it, whether it's a zip tie or like Fran said with the yarn, whatever you can do to get it on there and make sure it's secure. I didn't bring any, but like the crib shoes, those can be tricky too. Usually with the little baby crib shoes, I use safety pins for those because a lot of times there's nothing to hook or anything. So a safety pin, just stick it through and then put the tag in there before you close it.
Yeah, I have an example of a.
I got a pair. Okay.
We'll see how good it is. I wanted to also just show this on this tag. Well, you probably can't see it that much, but maybe there's a little bit of a shimmer there. But this person, they use tape around the tag before they put the hole in. So like you were saying, you punch the hole so they give a little reinforcement there. That's something that you can do. It's not something that you have to do, but that is something that you can do. Give a little reinforcement
That's
around that hole. Yeah, so that way it doesn't. I have another example of one where these they end up sometimes tearing. So it's something that you can do. Again, not that you have to do it, but it's something that you can do. Okay. So with those crib shoes, I have a little pair here. This one actually did have the loops at the back, so I was able to do that. And again, put the hole in and stick that through. So this one, that was able to be done like that. But like Ruthie said, you could take it and take a safety pin and pin them together to keep them together. You want to keep them together. If people want to be able to take them out and see them, you want to not use a bag as much as possible. Just have them where they can see them. I do have an example of something I did put in a bag, and you can tell me if you have another way of doing them. So I have a pair of jazz shoes here, but there was not. Well, I guess I could use a safety pin right here, actually.
Out there with the little stretch bar, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I could do that because I really didn't want them to be in this bag. But yeah, just thank you for that. Thank you for that tip. When we were doing these, I'm like, I don't know where we would put. There's no loop anywhere. There's no loop on the inside, no loop on the outside. Where will we put? So we resorted to the bag, but like you said, this actually has a stretchy part on the side that won't be down,
and it wouldn't ruin the shoe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm gonna do that, Ruthie. Thank you for that. We'll do that as soon as we get off. So we this is another like toddler size shoe here. Real small. It has a loop here. This one, for us, we do have security on some shoes that are a little bit more high dollar. We have a little security tag. And so one shoe is kept on the floor, the other one is kept up front. So, they don't walk away. And so these had the loop here that we could have used, but if it didn't have that loop, it has these little straps that just go inside. And so that's what we used to tag it. We just put it through those little straps there. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, we have the same thing for the higher end shoe. We actually do these little, I put it on like neon stock, and then it just says pick up mate at checkout.
I like that.
Like, where the other shoe at? And so they know that you pick up the mate when you go to the checkout. So yeah, we just loop that through right with the tag. So if you have anything like that, you can bring it to drop off, and then just bring the tag with you, and you can tag it all together with one of these if you need to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Yes, because if you have a shoe that is a little bit more high dollar that you want to have secured, then we'll place that tag at drop off. You don't have to have your own. Just bring it to the front at drop off and say, hey, these shoes need to get a high value tag on it.
Yep.
So okay. I have another pair. These are girls' little church shoes, dress up shoes, and so this didn't have anywhere really to go through, but we did go through. Let's see, you guys can see it. The strap loop right there. To keep them together. So anywhere you can find something, a little loop, something that is a permanent little loop or hole or something.
Mm-hmm.
That tag in there.
Or elastic, something like the
Yeah.
jazz shoe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think that is. Oh, here's the shoe. I did bring it in here. I just didn't have it with my pile. So you see this shoe, how it is worn here. So we generally won't take something like that that is like worn out right there. If it has like a hole, I think it also had a hole somewhere on the side. Maybe it was on the other one, a little hole on the side. So make sure you double check because those were in the tagging system and the tag was about to go on when we realized that it
About
was,
to make it through.
yeah, it was a no thank you. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think those are all of the shoes that I have
That's
really.
all the shoes I have.
Okay. Okay, what about accessories?
Yeah, so accessories. I have accessories. That's another that could be tricky on figuring out how to tag it, especially with the accessories that because like a lot of the accessories that I usually try to sell, I do like bundles. So like the little newborn hats.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I would if they have the tag on the inside like this, I'll put them together and then just use my tagging gun right through to keep them together. Or if there's a place on the seam,
Mm-hmm.
that can work. Or, I mean, you can always place them in a Ziploc bag and then just
Mm-hmm.
make sure that, you kind of spread it out so that people can see what's inside without feeling the need to open it and pull it all out.
Yeah.
Also, I have bloomers. So like all the little bloomers that go under the dresses. So like
Mm-hmm.
this is a bag full of them. I'm actually gonna split this bag up because it's just too many
That's a lot.
for me
Uh-huh.
to really see and like shop it. So I'll probably split this up into about 3 or 4 little bundles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another way for these, you can actually just go right through the leg and then use a zip tie. So get the tag, put the tag on there with the zip tie.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we use the little clips on the grid, so you can just get you a clip at drop off and put it
Yeah.
there. Either way would work, but then this
Mm-hmm.
just lets them see like all the colors if they need,
Yeah, and
know,
they can inspect too and make sure that
inspect it, the colors, the texture.
mm-hmm.
But I mean, a Ziploc bag is equally as fine, just as long as they can see. So I try to put them front and back. Like have some showing here, and then the other remaining. You just don't want anything to be stuck like in the middle where they can't see. So make sure it's like
Mm-hmm.
front and back where they can see all the colors
Mm-hmm.
or
We
all the items.
Yeah, we also have the little clips, and I was trying to find one to bring in here to show. So we have the little they're called boot clips, I believe. We
Mm-hmm.
have those too that they can be placed on the grid wall
Mm-hmm.
um, or in our accessory section. Another thing that will work for those too is using the safety pin
Yeah.
through them. So if you don't have the zip ties or whatever, you could use just a safety pin through them and with
Mm-hmm.
the tag as well. Yeah. hmm I have hair bows.
Mm-hmm.
So this one has um, a little cord that it came on, but I've seen people use like a index card
Oh.
to place their hair bows on. You can also do a bundle like Ruthie's talking about. Do a bundle inside of a Ziploc with different hair bows and just make sure that people can see what they are. And you can bundle it like that. And then again, we have the clips at drop off where you can use those clips to hang them in the accessory area. Or we usually have a little display for bows. So
Mm-hmm.
hang it there or in the accessory area. But yeah, so you can use like I said, you can use those little index cards or something else that's creative.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep. I don't know what it is, but people at our sale, they love like the hairbow bundles. So like in a Ziploc bag,
Yes.
I guess because you're getting all the colors at once, you don't have to like think about if you need this color, that color. But
Hmm.
yeah, they love the hairbow bundles around here.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love
Mm-hmm. You don't
good
have to
deal?
think about the color. You just get a big pack of them, and if you ever
Yeah.
need the color, you got it. If not, you still have it.
Hmm. So yeah, yeah, that's a really good a good deal, a good thing to do.
Mhm.
Also, just bundling those hair bows up or the headbands, like the
Oh
infant
yeah.
headbands,
Mhm.
those things get bundled often, or other headbands that you have. So
Yeah.
I have some, but they're in a tub somewhere. So, yeah.
I also have. What do you do for beards? Cause like
Bibs.
bibs, like I try
Mm-hmm.
to do a bundle with bibs too, but as soon as you open, that's coming off. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess maybe like safety pin it together. These two actually have a tag, so I guess I can just put the tags together and tag it
Mm-hmm.
there like that. But then some of them they don't have anything except for the part that goes around your neck. But then when you open it,
Yep.
that tag is coming off.
Yeah, I would safety pin or put it in a Ziploc. And I've seen them both ways,
Yeah.
safety pin and Ziploc, especially if it doesn't have that plastic backing. Some of them have the plastic backing, some of them don't have the plastic backing. If it's all fabric, then I definitely would
Yeah.
put a safety pin through it, or put it in a Ziploc bag.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep, yep, yep. Um, I have a set of little boy ties,
Mhm. Aw.
and um, I think originally I'd safety pin them, and then I was thinking about putting them in a bag. So either one. I didn't want to sell them separately. I wanted to bundle them instead of selling them separately. So if you do bundle, um, either make sure it's the same size, or if it's not the same size, indicate, especially if it's on a in a bag, indicate, like, the size of each one, so people will know that one is a 3 to 6 month tie, the other one is a 4 to 7 year tie, or whatever. They're not, so they'll know what they're getting. But it's always better to bundle the same size together, when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, and of course, with the clothes, you're going to bundle the same size.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah. Does your JoJo need some ties?
Mhm. I'm surprised. I had to talk him into it the first couple of times, but he liked them.
You- Fun
Yeah,
fact: Ruth and I both have JoJos,
yeah, she has an older JoJo, and then I have little JoJo.
and it's something about that name.
Mhm.
Little boys, probably, and little girls too, probably named JoJo. Yeah. Um, I also have a so around here they do like color, what is it, class, not class colors, it's what is it called, um house colors for the
Okay.
schools.
Oh, like a behavior thing.
Hmm.
Is it like a behavior
It's based on like Ron Clark, and like the different,
okay.
each house, each
Hmm.
each student, kind of like Harry Potter, how they each have
Okay,
a
yeah.
house. So each student
Hmm.
gets parted into a house, and they have house colors. So anyhow, one of the house colors is blue. So I have this blue outfit. So they, like, once 9 weeks or whatever, they dress in house colors. So anyway, so this is like a color day outfit bundle. So we have like leg warmers, arm warmers, the little arm gloves, bracelets, little tutu, all that stuff, headband, all that. So something like this, you can bundle it all together. And this, I guess, is not technically an accessory, but it has so many accessories in it. That's why I decided to show it off to you. You can bundle it all together inside of a Ziploc bag. You can get some of the bigger ones at Dollar Tree. Sometimes you can look at the vacuum bags at Dollar Tree, and those are a little bit bigger. So you can grab those there. But anyway, so I would bundle this together. I don't know if I'll probably put it in costumes, but I would list all of the things that are in here so that people can know. And I would probably put it in here a little bit nicer than this, but they can actually see. But yes, I would definitely put like, leg warmers to tutu, bangle bracelets, all of that stuff, so people will know what is supposed to be in there, especially if there's an off chance that it ends up getting opened and separated.
Yeah, good people in here. Yeah, so the thing I like you're free to make your own bundles. Like as long as it makes sense, make a bundle. Just list whatever's in the bundle on the tag.
Yes, yeah, I like that too. I always like finding bundles.
Oh, look! Speaking of ties, look at this. The little baby tie. You just slide it in the.
Cute. That is so cute. Okay, so how you tagging that? How's that?
I have no idea how I'm gonna tag this little thing.
Maybe,
but it's so cute, and it has like a little hook. I guess the hook on their shirt, on the little shirt.
That is too cute. That is too. I've never seen that before. That's too cute.
Maybe I can put a little something around the little hook.
Maybe.
That's hilarious.
A sandwich bag. I'm not a sandwich bag. A snack size bag.
Yeah. It's so little.
That is too cute.
I have that in my. This is gonna be a sock bundle.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put it in there a little nicer, but and I probably will actually split it in two because a lot of them are like holiday, so I can do like a holiday sock bundle and then just your everyday colors. Yeah. So I would actually just take the tag out here and just put 12 pairs of holiday socks or 10 pairs of socks for whatever size. So as long as the people know what they're getting. That's right. The main thing.
That's right. I love that idea of like creating a holiday sock bundle. Or like a fancy. My JoJo likes like the Argyle socks and and stuff. So like having a bundle of like maybe just those, and then a bundle of like the everyday socks.
Yeah, the fancy socks.
That boy will have on the the long Argyle socks with shorts. I'm like, son, that I don't know. And tennis shoes. I'm like, I don't know about that, son. Crocs. He's like, it's the JoJo style.
My JoJo, he loves his Crocs. Or he'll do shorts with boots, with cowboy boots. That's his thing right now. Yeah. I'm like, cool, let's go. I just want you to get in the car.
Exactly.
Whatever you got on, let's go.
Yeah, I learned a while back to stop picking those battles, Now, I mean, I'll say something, but I still kind of whatever.
If we're going somewhere where I want you to dress a little nice, then I'll argue with you. But other than that, just please get in the car.
Let's get in. All right. Anything else that you have?
I think those are the main things.
I have one little accessory bag. This it's a fabric little bag that you can use as a pencil bag or a makeup bag or whatever. And so since it's fabric, I would just use a safety pin and pin the tag to it. You could also, go through the zipper loop If
Mm-hmm.
you wanted to, with a zip tie or a piece of yarn or something. But I would just, for the sake of simplicity, I would just use a safety pin right there and call it a day.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I have this little mask. And so I would, we have like a couple like little odds and ends like this for dress up. So I would probably, bundle these little accessories and put them, in a
Mm-hmm.
bag, and, mark it
Yeah.
as a costume um item. But a couple of them in the bag, and just put what's inside of the bag, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Easy peasy. So that's all I have for tonight. Just reminding everybody also about tag in the light. Um, you know, Making sure that you have good lighting. I know
Right.
my house, this room in particular, has very poor lighting.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a light in front of me right now. I have a light over there. I have a light from the ceiling, and I usually have one actually on the computer just to
Uh-huh.
make it a little bit brighter. But
Yeah. Or
anyhow,
you can see all the things.
yeah,
Hmm.
because sometimes at home you won't see the a
Yeah.
stain or whatever, and when you go outside, you can see it. So,
Hmm.
if there's something that's maybe questionable, take it outside to look at, so
Yeah.
you can get some natural light. But I mean, that's it. And
Yeah.
I have a stain chart. I
Uh-huh.
think Ruthie, that I'm going to post in my group tonight, so that I think it has like little remedies for certain stains.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Um, we can post that. Let's post that.
Yeah, we'll
And
post that tonight.
yeah, so so
There's an argument going on.
I know I saw John.
Uh-huh. He's fighting with my JoJo because he doesn't want to take a bath.
I know how it is. I know how that is. My kids are getting to the stage where now they are starting to notice for themselves that they need to take a bath. So not as much arguing these days.
Uh-huh. Well, I can't wait till I'm at that stage because I'm like, Joe, you've been playing outside in the mud, in the everything all evening. Go take a bath.
Yes, my JoJo would say something like, "JoJos don't have to take baths. Like they don't." My protective armor. That was his favorite saying. He still uses it down. It's my protective armor. So anyhow, um, so that's all I've got. Anything else, Ruthie? Keep us posted on the zebra and
Oh yeah, if they catch it, that thing was gone. It's fast. They thought they had it and then like ran off into the woods on the side of the freeway. So yeah, it'll be
oh my
interesting. I'll keep you
goodness.
posted.
Yes, let us know next week.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
we'll post that chart tonight. And
mhm.
then yeah. And then make sure to join us next week. We'll be doing baby essentials.
Yeah, that is going to be fun. So, all right. Well, I'm going to log off of the Facebook Live,
Okay.
and then I am going to end our stream here. All right.
All
You
right. See you all
have
next week.
a